Hey, what's up, guys? It's Dan Plata from Blue Skies Admin Services. I have a awesome introduction of a new badass thing for you all called the Target Budget Spreadsheet. Um, Spreadsheet makes it sound boring, but I promise you it's not that boring. For those of you who don't know who Blue Skies is, we own and operate pressure washing, window cleaning, home cleaning companies, all in the service industry, all kind of in the Midwest, multiple locations. And we have this admin service business that does recruiting, bookkeeping, and marketing for other home service companies. Basically, we use the awesome teams that we've already built and the scale we've built to help everybody for super cheap so that they don't have to try to go build their own team. They can just use ours that's already doing these things. So the reason why we're talking about target budgets today and why you're here watching this video and you're probably downloading the target budget and then you're like, Dan, how the hell do I use this thing? I get asked two questions consistently all the time about Dan, how much should I spend on this item on my P&L? And target budget answers that. And then, Dan, I hate budgeting. Can you just do it for me? And the target budget does that too. So because we're not all nerdy accountants, I like budgeting is even a pain in the butt for me. And I love accounting and finance and bookkeeping. So don't feel bad if you don't like trying to build your budget for next year, because now you don't have to. I just did it for you. So why target budgets? Because all of our service industry companies should really be shooting for the same things. And this target budget is not only going to tell you how much you should spend on each thing, it's going to show you how to bucket your expenses into the right categories so that you can make good decisions. I talk about that all the time on Bookkeeping Beer and BS, how you should frame up your P&L and your chart of accounts to help you make good decisions. So if you're not already a member of that Bookkeeping Beer and BS Facebook group, go over there and do that so that you're getting that content and information and make yourself smarter, better business owner. But target budget will like do all of that for you, get stuff into the right buckets and tell you how much you should be spending on each of those things. So that's why we're doing the target budget. Who's it for? Pretty much everybody. If you're out there watching this, you're in the service industry, there is going to be a target budget for you. As I'm making this on November 12th, and yes, I did have to check my, computer to see what the hell the date was today, but November 12th, 2020, today I'm releasing the target budget for window cleaning and a target budget for pressure washing. I'm probably not going to release anything next week because I'm going to be out, but shortly thereafter, I will release one for home cleaning, one for janitorial, one for lawn care and landscaping, and many more. And if I didn't name your industry, come and hit me up, and then we'll build one specific for your industry, and we can do that on the side. So there's going to be target budgets for each industry in the service industry that are out there. So that's who it's for. What is it? I kind of talked about that before, but it's basically a pre-built budget for you. So you can just take it and go, and you have your budget for 2021. It does have tons of customization if you want it. You don't have to customize it. It's built with what you should spend on each individual thing, but you can customize it and say, hey, Dan, thanks for putting that percentage in there, but I think my percentage is going to be this, and you can override it super easily. There's a column to do that. You could say this is going to be more like $1,000 every month, and I know that in advance. And there's a column to override with just the same dollar amount every single month if it's like a fixed cost. So you can do that. There's also tabs to get really nerdy on your advertising and marketing and drive your sales that way. You can get really nerdy on your payroll and figure out how much you're going to pay technicians and admin people and roll up your payroll that way. And you can also nerd out on your assets and liabilities. What equipment are you going to buy? And what money are you going to borrow or pay off? And how is that going to feed into your cash flow? There's separate tabs for each of those. And I'm going to make separate videos for each of those. So this is just like the intro video here. But the other, just from a how it works perspective, you're basically just going to punch in your sales by month that you're shooting for, and the spreadsheet's going to fill itself out based on all these percentages. Any customization you put into it is going to feed right off of those sales numbers. And like I said, there's a tab to get really like nerdy on how you come up with those sales numbers based on how much you think you're going to repeat and get referrals and spend on marketing and your acquisition cost. You don't need to if you don't want to. You might want to dabble with it. You can definitely dabble with it and then like toggle whether you want to use it or not. So it has that functionality. Check out the video on that later. But that's it. Target budgets 2021. Make your budgeting life so much easier. Window cleaning, pressure washing coming out first. A whole slew of other ones coming out later too. So don't worry about building your budget. I got your back. It's already done for you. Download it. wherever. It's somewhere around here, close to where you're seeing this video, probably. If you're just catching this on YouTube, go to yourblueskies.com and download the template from there that you need. That's it. That's all I got for you right now. Check out the other videos. There's going to be a video for each individual service industry. I'll walk through kind of the assumptions in there. And then there's going to be a video, like I said, for each tab that'll show you how to fill those things out if you want to use them. You don't have to. It's already pre-built, but if you want to get more custom, you can definitely use that. And the last thing I'll say is, I'm sure there's going to be an error in the spreadsheet somewhere. There's too many things going this way and that way that it's inevitable that something doesn't flow through correctly. I think I found everything, but at the same time, I'm sure I didn't, you know what I mean? So if you find something and you're like, hey, I put this in here and isn't this supposed to go over here? And it's yep, you are right. I got to fix that error. I'm going to fix that error and then resend that template out to everybody so they have the correct spreadsheet. B, whoever's the first person to find an error gets a free hour-long P&L review with me, like a strategic P&L breakdown. We're going to break down your business, figure out where you can save money, spend more money sometimes. That's $200 value. I'm going to do it for free if you help me find some errors in my badass spreadsheet. So break it, guys. Go and break my spreadsheet, and we'll see what we can do to help everybody out. That's it. Go check out the other videos, get your spreadsheet. And as always, if you need help with bookkeeping stuff or maybe you need help with it. You probably don't like it in general if you're here watching this because, nobody likes building the budget or doing their bookkeeping. Hit us up at Blue Skies. This is legit, literally what we do for people day in and day out. We do their bookkeeping for them. We manage their QuickBooks for them. We give them awesome data like target budget spreadsheets. So if you need some help, hit us up. We're easy to find. Yourblueskies.com. Go get your target budget.